Hello, everyone. Everyone, please make sure that you are muted. Hello, guys. My name is Corlia. I'm from South Africa in a town called Bloemfontein. I just want to welcome everyone, especially a warm welcome to everyone who is new that are joining us on the Zoom today. Before I give our special guest the opportunity to speak, I just want to share a quote with you. Anthony, if I can share my screen. All right. Erika?
Yes, Corlia.
Can you make me that I can share my screen?
So you will be able to share screen
Yes.
and able you to share screen or just read the quote if we battle.
All right. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, it's a quote of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small. In settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living." So I want to ask you if you are happy living the life you are living. If you are passionate about living your best life, you are on the right place today. New Age ARIIX has given so many people hope, not just in Africa, but across the world. And I know that our first guest will surely agree with this. Anthony Morland, you made a huge impression on me. I remember the first time I saw you was at a company event in Utah. I called you the video guy. I was always looking for this guy on Facebook because I knew I will not miss out on any videos he was posting. Anthony, you are a leader amongst leaders, always helping other people to grow their business. You are always helping on Zoom calls. You are a leader with a genuine servant heart, and I salute you for this. Anthony, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much for those kind words. And hey, everybody. My name is Anthony Morland. Everybody just calls me Ann if you want to. It's up to you. But you guys, I got started in this amazing industry 9 years ago with one of the brands, Limu. At that time, I was 21 years of age. So if you're young and you're watching this, trust me, I was there. I was a kid pretty much. I was in college. I ran track at Louisiana Tech University. I was very busy. I was a double major. So if you're also busy, I understand as well, because I didn't have much time. And I remember my good friend, Justin, and another good friend of mine that was on the track team asked me to come hear about something. And I said, okay, great. It was 12 o'clock at night. It was like 11 something at night. And I was like, okay, what do y'all have? And they started sharing what y'all going to hear today, you guys, and or maybe something that you already kind of have gotten the gist of. And I remember telling Justin, I said, Justin, if half of what you're telling me is true about these products, that would be a blessing for me and my family. He didn't know my family was going through things, but they were, just like pretty much a lot of families with health issues. And then also I seen the financial side. Like I mentioned, I was working 2 jobs, you guys. I was looking for something that could help me maybe just work 1 job and go to school. And so that I said, okay, I jumped in, you guys. I remember I didn't have the money, but I got started anyway. So if you don't have the money, it's all right, because I didn't have the money. But I made a way because I wanted something different out of life. I couldn't keep doing the same thing. And I started sharing this on the side, you guys, maybe maybe 7 to 10 hours a week, maybe an hour a day. Some days I spent a little bit more time. And in 2 weeks, I made enough money that paid for my products. At that time, I really understood that because I was 21 and I was always buying. I'm good at technology. I love electronics. I had never made my money back on no phones, no PlayStation, none of that stuff. And so I finally was able to make my money back. And I was excited as a little kid. I was like, okay, I like this. Well, I had teammates that joined with me and family members. So I started helping them get their money back. 2.5 months into it, you guys, I was making enough money on a part-time basis that was covering my rent as a college student and all of my bills. That was a big deal. That was a big deal. And that's been 9 years. And that's what I'm even more excited about. How could I start something 9 years ago and still getting paid on that same exact efforts I did 9 years ago today? And that's what I'm excited about. The products helped me out tremendously while I was running track. So if you're an athlete and you're watching this, I was spending $300 to $350 every month and a half on products. I was able to redirect my spending, order for myself, and get paid to do so. And the products were cheaper. And so that was a big deal. Well, I kept sharing and kept sharing, graduated college, went off to get my dream job 4 years after college. That was another thing. And then life happened. Anybody ever had life happen? We've all had life happen. Well, my grandmother had a stroke out of nowhere. And I remember on my phone, me and my family have a group text message. I remember watching friends and close friends of the family and family members argue in this group text message about who's going to take care of my grandmother. And that was a big deal for me because I'm like, well, grandmother, she's always done everything for us. So she needs us now. So what does it matter? Well, the thing was, it came down to two things. My family and close friends didn't have the time or the money to do so. How many of us had get in that position where we don't have the time or the money to help out somebody we love and care about? And so at that moment, I called my job and said, hey, I need 3 weeks to take care of my grandmother. And they told me no. It took me 5 minutes, you guys. And I said, you know what? I never wanted to be in a position where somebody else controlled how much money I could make and the time I needed to help out the family members and friends. And I'm happy to say I'm a network marketer. You know, I do this on a full-time basis. I get to hang around amazing people like y'all. I got great mentors like Brent and Tammy, and I make new family members and friends every day. So thank y'all so much for having me, and y'all are in for a great treat. So just pay attention to the end.
Thank you so much, Anthony. And again, the servant heart, we hear it again. Okay. Our next guest is Alicia Lewis, the beautiful Alicia Lewis from South Africa. She's a wife, a mom of two. She was for 12 years in the financial industry and is currently managing the guest house. She is an open-minded businesswoman who saw the opportunity in New Age ARIIX. Alicia, we will love to hear from you. Alicia?
Hi, Corlia. Thank you for the opportunity. Hi, can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you. Alicia, can you unmute yourself? Yes, yes.
Okay, there we are. Firstly, thank you, Corlia, for this amazing opportunity to give me the time to share my story and my why with everyone. If you hear something that sounds like dinosaurs in the background, it's just my kids, so just bear with them. Okay. Okay, so my why is firstly, it's was getting mainly
Okay, Alicia, now we can't hear you.
That are
We have a bad connection there, you guys.
Yes.
Alicia, we would love to hear your 2-minute story. Technology is not working with us, it seems. Blame it on Zoom, right?
That's a shame.
It's just terrible. We will get you on at another time. But
Okay.
I want to thank you for being willing to share your 2-minute story with us. We really appreciate you. Corlia, if I can just jump in here and introduce myself to you. My name is Erika Van Der Merwe. I live in Colorado Springs in the US, but I was born in Durban, you guys, and I grew up in a little town called Kroonstad, which is halfway between Johannesburg and Bloemfontein. And Corlia, I know I'm jumping in here because, you know, we had some technical difficulty, but
yeah,
if I can just set the stage and just share with you something that happened to me a few years ago. Now, if you know Bloemfontein, how many of you know a little bit about Bloemfontein? You know where's the rugby stadium, right? Okay, so the road in front of the rugby stadium is called Parkweg. And I was driving down Parkweg one morning at 7:30 after dropping the kids off at school. And I had to drop Melton off at work. He was working in the city center. And what happened, you guys, is I had to stop and draw some cash at an ATM. Now, how many of you know where is Stadium Takeaways? Our beloved Stadium Takeaways, right? We love that place. We used to love it. But there's an ATM on the corner. And I think it's a Standard Bank ATM. And I had to go and draw some cash. And as I got out of my car towards the ATM, I literally had to step over a little boy that fell asleep. He was a street kid and he slept under a cardboard box. This little kid was the age of about 9, 10, the age of Alex. And I literally had to kind of step over him to get to the ATM. And I remember thinking, how weird is that? That some kid is sleeping on the street and I have to kind of get over him to get to cash. You know how life sometimes shows you these events and you think, wow, 2 different worlds in one, right? And I saw it was winter, you guys, and you know Bloem can get cold. It doesn't have snow, but it was icy cold. And I started crying. Now, if you know me, you know I have a heart of compassion. I'm moved by injustice, and I'm moved when people are battling. And I was looking at this boy thinking, how is it better for you on the street than being with your family? But he was sleeping under a cardboard box, you guys. So I took off my jacket. In all honesty, I took off my jacket and I put it over this little boy, hoping that he will warm up. And maybe when he wakes up, you will see that he was blessed while he was sleeping. You guys, I was approached by a gentleman and he said, don't give your coat to that boy. He's a tsotsi. Now, for those of you who are American, a tsotsi is a little criminal, right? And I just shrugged this guy off. I was like, I'll decide who I give my jacket to. You just go away. And I ignored him. But you guys, I drove around the block after drawing cash, hoping to see that little boy's face, hoping to see that he is experiencing a blessing. When I drove around the block, somebody stole my jacket off that sleeping boy. Now, I get mad 2 times a year, max. I never get mad. But that day, God protected whoever stole my jacket, because if I had found them, I literally would have lost it. But I'll tell you this, I was driving to my office crying about the blessing that was stolen from this innocent child. And I said, God, this is not fair. This is poverty. This is my country in poverty. And I got so mad about the guy that stole my jacket. And I remember the Lord saying to me, you don't know his story, Erika. You don't know why he stole the jacket. Was he wrong in stealing my jacket? Absolutely. But I don't know what he's going through. And then my heart started to break for the thief that stole my jacket. Because you know what? We live in a country where poverty does things to all of us. We've all suffered crime at one form or the other. We've all suffered loss. And I asked God that day to help me to make war against poverty. I can't stand it, you guys. I can't stand the injustice. And the more I look at the pandemic we find ourselves in at the moment, the more I realize we are in an economic war. So I want to take this Zoom opportunity and invite you to take a look at New Age ARIIX as a financial vehicle for you and your family. Keep your job, keep your business, but start thinking an extra stream of revenue that is online. What can that mean for you? Now, on a side note, and I say this just to illustrate a point, I have the opportunity to build this business in different areas of the world, and I will continue to do so, and I will continue to grow my business. But when I wake up in the morning and I put on my cell phone, I am experiencing a blessing. The blessing that I was hoping that little boy would experience when he wakes up and provision was there for him. I'm experiencing that. You guys, that is so humbling to me as an individual. I want to invite you to join us, take this amazing opportunity to Africa. We're still in a pre-launch phase, but we have an opportunity in our hands to change the economic system that we find ourselves in. And I want to put it as big as that. And it starts by giving a breakthrough to your family. That's where it starts. So guys, I wanted to share that with you because if you ask me my why, I think of that little boy. I think of him. I thank God that that is not my little boy, but I want to help little boys like him to get a future, to get a hope, to break the spirit of poverty that is ruling our country. We need to stop this, you guys. And I believe we have a vehicle to do so. So Corlia, thank you for allowing me to share my 2-minute story. I look forward to getting to know everybody on the Zoom, and I will hand it back to you. Thank you. Love you guys.
Thank you, Erika. Yes, and I know that we will give this opportunity to 1 million people around the world. We will do that, yes. Up next is Brent Palmer, who is going to talk us through the business side of New Age ARIIX. But I was searching for some info about this guy, and really there was not much. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Brent Palmer, he's a family man, a phenomenal, humble leader, a motivational speaker, and passionate about team building. Brent is on the Partners Council of New Age ARIIX. This is a phenomenal achievement. Congratulations with this. And he is a great advocate for the reps in the field. So Brent, this is a privilege to have you on this opportunity Zoom. I know with the GoPro, your time is an issue. So thank you very, very much. Mr. Palmer, it's all yours.
Unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you. Erika, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And the wow comes from your heart. It's you spoke from your heart. And Corlia, you speak from your heart. And for me today, I'm led to talk to you a little bit about the opportunity. And for all you guests on, it's really, really, truly, I believe in our life, whether you're Erika or you're myself or you're Jimmy and Henri, the opportunity, those special moments don't come in your life very many times. Some say maybe once, twice, if you're lucky, 3 times. New Age ARIIX is a very special moment. And there will come a time in the very near future. I actually just left a phone call with the president of Africa before I got on this Zoom. And I see underneath the sheets what's coming to your people. And as Erika just stated, and I know I'm speaking on behalf of so many of you, whether I'm talking to Lindy and Frohan or Annette or, Gavin, you love your people. Nick, I know you love the people of Africa. Let me tell you, the Tesla is coming. It is coming. And when I say it's going to be a beautiful machine, I am blown away. And I want to tell you my background. I am a leader in this company. I was a coach in my former profession. I hope to one day always be known as coach. I hope for it to be on my tombstone one day, coach that impacted people in a positive way. But I came to this industry very broke, very financially hurting, in debt. I've got kids of my own, and we had taken twin boys when they were 15 in to live with us. Their mom had been incarcerated for cocaine abuse, and it was a tough time for them. Financially, I could not afford to take them in. But sometimes God provides a way when you provide a way, right? And God provided a way for us to take those kids in. And I prayed for change in my life. I prayed for financial breakthrough. I didn't know where it was going to come from. I had done what the world told me to do, which was go to school, get the degrees, work hard. But I found myself just making it to Friday. My income level and my lifestyle was just raising the kids, the mortgage, the car payments, all the extras. I found myself struggling. Can any of you relate to that? You don't have to raise your hand, but that was where I was at when this industry came into my life. And it took me a couple of months to start making some income. I also had a breakthrough in my health. In 90 days, I lost over 30 pounds using our products. And I remember thinking at that point, I was sitting there 90 days in and I was making a little over $1,000 a month. I had lost 30 pounds. I felt better. I had more energy. I was sleeping better at night. And I thought, you know what? If I just continue doing this and I continue sharing this with people and inviting them to come on, how many other people could I affect in a positive way with their health and their finances? If it was just an extra $1,000 a month, $500 a month. And I began to go on a mission, Erika, Jimmy, and Henri. I began to go on a mission of going, you know what? I'm going to help enough people get to where they want to go that I will be okay. And after 2 years of doing this business, I walked away from my profession and I never looked back. I never look back. I found something here that, yes, I've been able to make millions of dollars in this industry. And I'm on the Partners Council. And I've grown international businesses all over the world. But I have unfinished business because the world has unfinished business. The world's struggling with their health right now. And they're looking for great products to put in and on their body. But also the world's looking for more finances. The poverty is real. Most people don't have an extra couple of $100 in their bank account. And we've got something here that can help that. But here's what you're looking for. And maybe you're a guest on here today and you're this person that you realize that, you know what, I'm willing to take a chance. I'm coachable, meaning I will listen to people that has done it and tells me what to do. And I'm hungry for a change in my future. And even if the finances are not there, most of the time they're not, because you don't typically come to this industry when you're just financially blessed. Even if the finances are not there, isn't it unique that we always find a way when we want it bad enough? I was broke, but if my cell phone went down, this old boy would find a way. I would find a way to go get a new one. And so that's where we're at today. I want to share with you in a very few short minutes that I've been a part of a lot of launches, a lot of pre-launches in other countries. I have never seen a pre-launch like what is going on in Africa. Lindy, I'm telling you, what you and Frohan started, the magnitude of where it's going to lead over the next year, 2 years, Nick, what you guys are doing, Annette, it's unbelievable. We're not talking about 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. We're talking about we're creating an infrastructure, a Tesla, that will affect millions of people's lives in Africa. You could not have picked a better time because you've got a $600 million company that has locked and bullseyed in on your country, on your people, to say, we're going to start in the cone of South Africa, but we're going to bring a Tesla to Africa in a very near future that will affect the masses. See, Annette, you know people that can do this financially. But what about Nigeria? What about places in Africa that need this, that need what we've got, but they don't have the means? We're bringing a Tesla that will allow them to have the means. We're bringing an infrastructure that will allow them to be a part of this. And this is why right now, for you that is on the call, this opportunity to lock your spot, this opportunity to pre-launch with us, this opportunity to just figure out a way to get back with the person that got you on this call and go, how can I get started? Nick, tell me how I get started with Nick. Jimmy, and how can I get started with you guys? Everybody has a unique way to get started, but because of what our company is doing in the United States, becoming a public traded company, becoming a cash rich company, becoming a company that has liquid assets that they can take and then use those assets to build something special for the people of Africa, by the people of Africa, with manufacturing inside of Africa that fit the palates of the African people. I'm telling you, change is coming to you like you could not imagine. think and believe and have vision of how big it could be for you and your family and your friends, and you have no idea. You can 100x that vision. I'm telling you, I have looked under the tent. I have looked under the sheets. I have watched and seen the infrastructure that is coming to you, from the compensation plan to the product portfolio to you. You are getting the best of the best of the best, and you're getting an infrastructure that is possibly going to supply other parts of the world. And you're getting it first. Like, you're getting it there first, and it's coming very soon. And all I can tell you is there's going to come a time very soon that you will look back on this pre-launch, and I promise you, you will say, although it was tough, although the roads might have been rocky a little bit, man, it was a sweet moment in time. It was a sweet moment in time before the Tesla got launched in my part of the world. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to tell you this. I will be here to see it through. I will be here for you to look at and go, you know what? He was right. He did see it. He did know what was coming. Tammy Maltby also knows that. Erika also knows that. You're bringing something to your people like you could never have dreamed about, for the future, for the legacy, for years and years to come. And a lot of it, I have to commend people like Craig DeBrain, the president of Africa. I have to commend Deanna Letson, someone that will not compromise products. Let me tell you, our products in Africa that your people will receive, your tribe will receive, is going to have impact like no other company that has ever been in Africa. I'm telling you, there are going to be teams. There's going to be professional teams. There's going to be high-ranking officials. There's going to be people that want their hands on what you have. Just wait. I promise it is coming. The Tesla's coming. So what can you do right now? What can you do right now? You can start planting the seeds. You can start preparing for the harvest, and you can start running by sharing the vision that I'm sharing with you today. And you go, but I want to get started today. Then lock your spot. Then find a way to get started with the person that got you on this call. There's portions of you on here that just today, you have an opportunity starting today, because of promotions that you ran last month. Our company said, you know what? We're going to do something for you during this holiday period. See, there's a lot of ways you can enroll right now, because we want everybody, right, Nick? We want everybody to be a part of this. So we don't want to leave any rock unturned. But one of the things the company said right now is, because of the work you did last month, we're also going to run a promotion this month that for everybody that enrolls on a 400-point pack, we're going to automatically upgrade them to the ultimate level within the company for the entire month of December. From starting today, for the rest of the month of December, we're going to they're rolling out the red carpet saying, job well done, but we're rolling out the Tesla. It's coming. And until that happens for the month of December, we're going to do something for you. We're going to give back to the people in Africa. We're going to give back to the people that can partake in this. And for the people that can't, there's less, like there's ways that you can you come in as a boss. We don't want to leave no one out. Okay. But I'm telling you right now, we've got an amazing pack, 400-point pack that you can get upgraded to the maximum level for life in the company. Maximum level for lives. Unbelievable. More's going to be coming about that from Erika and Tammy. But today it started. When I got off the phone with Craig DeBrain and I got off the phone with Cameron Bott and the people, like, boom, it's there. It's there for you. Now, we're also tomorrow going to be on GoPro. How about that? How many of you, listen, one of the things that I love about you, the people of Africa, is you're willing, you're coachable, and you're hungry. You're willing to do what it takes to be the pioneers of this pre-launch movement to affect millions of people's lives. We're right now forging the road. We're cutting through the forest. We're knocking down all the attacks against us as it's tough to build that road. But there is a super highway coming. There's a Tesla that's coming through that highway. And you are going to be the person that we stand on your shoulders saying, job well done. You forged the way for the people, your people. We're bringing something special to your land. And I would not say those words. They would not come out of my mouth if I didn't believe it with every fiber in me, because I'm witnessing it. I'm seeing it. It's worth fighting for. Could not be more excited and more privileged to be partnered with you. Your heart, your passion for your people, and your vision for the future, and your willingness to go bust it and make it happen. Guys, I love you. I appreciate you. And if you're a guest on here today, I highly recommend that you do this with us. I highly recommend that you lock your spot, you get started, you put your place in this company that we will be over $1 billion in Africa. It is coming. It is going to happen. You're going to look back as soon as somewhere like April 2021. Mark my words, you will look back and go, Africa is on fire with this company. And you're going to remember when you could have locked your spot at the beginning. Be there with us. Be a part of the movement. I'm blessed to be associated with you. Corlia, I'll turn it back to you. Thank you so much for having me on the call.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brent. We appreciate you very, very much, and everything that you do behind the scenes. This is where the hard work is. So thank you so, so much for this. And yeah, this is incredible news. So we are going to sign again. It's going to happen again. And we take it that we are going to get the best of the best, because we are the best of the best. So thank you. Thank you for this. Tammy, do you want to say something about the GoPro tomorrow?
I don't know if I can. I just feel like I'm going to cry. Oh, my goodness. Today has been quite an emotion. Thank you, Erika, for setting the pace. And I'm just amazed at our company. I'm amazed at Craig DeBrain. I'm amazed at what they have a vision for Africa like nobody. It's just, you know, I'm adopted into Africa. I'm not, you know, you guys have been kind enough to adopt me into your lives and into your families. So thank you. But what an honor. Today is a huge day for Africa. It's a huge day till the end of December. This is huge. It's massive. It's incredible. People's lives and livelihoods and futures. We are offering this to them. And it's hope, trust, and a plan to get them there. Okay, so now I'll talk about GoPro. So who on here has signed up for GoPro? Let me see your hands. Wave at me if you are on screen. Okay, we have a lot of people. I just want to share two quick things. One is make sure that you have claimed your ticket. You should be getting a notification in your email box, and it'll say claim your ticket. Make sure you go in and claim your ticket. Thank you, Anthony, for putting it in the chat. Once you claim your ticket, you're going to do the second thing, that you will get an email from them, and they're going to ask you to do your sound check. So you're going to click on that. You just go through a couple of different steps. It'll take you 5 minutes to do it. And at the very bottom of the page, you're going to see Andrea Rosser's name. That means you're in Brent Palmer's room. Brent Palmer spent $5,000 to get us all together in one room. Out of his own pocket, he paid that money. And so we want to make sure that we're in Brent Palmer's room. So you don't want to be in the general audience. You want to be in Andrea Rosser. It's actually Brent's room, but Andrea's name is there. Andrea Rosser. You want to make sure that you're in her room. And then you are ready to go. The other thing is I want to encourage you to prep for this. You know, you don't have 8 hours of training from the top people in the world and not have to be mentally prepared for it. So make sure you've got food in the house, and, you know, somebody's got the kids, and, you know, somebody's walking the dog, or, you know, whatever it takes to prepare. Get your snacks. I mean, my goodness, we've got everything. We've got the shakes. We've got, you know, we've got everything to help us to stay healthy and focused and energetic. And then get up in between speakers and move around, you know, do 20 jumping jacks if you have to keep your brain fresh and moving. And so prepare, make sure that you have claimed your ticket. Make sure that you have done your sound check. And if you can't find that email, I want you to go into your search bar and type in GoPro. That pulls up all your emails, and you should be able to find it in that. Is there anything else, Brent, that you want me to, or that I've missed?
No, I think that's it. There's going to be a lot.
Go ahead, and
say that again, Anthony.
No company logos.
Yes, no. Make sure you're not branded with anything, and because we want to keep it very professional and very just professionally profession driven with GoPro and our industry. But another thing too is be present, because I know our Zoom room, we will be giving away prizes every hour on the hour. We'll be giving away, but also ARIIX. I spoke with ARIIX yesterday, and they're going to be giving away things. So it's going to be very interactive. So again, I just can't reiterate enough. Get rest and prepare, because this will be the launching pad. This will be so much development, so much professional development that you're going to use for years and years to come to build a massive empire here.
Couldn't come at a better time. And now with this incredible promotion through the holidays for Africa, it's only for you. This has been offered to Africa because of what you did week before last. That's the honest truth. And so they saw it. They said, we want to reward them. We want to give them another opportunity to get people to lock in their spots. This is because of what you did, Africa. And you get the opportunity one more time. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody for joining. It was absolutely delightful. Corlia, thank you for your hosting. And as always, everyone, God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And we will see you at the ARIIX Warrior event. Good night, everybody.
Yes.